decision on their hands now. And one thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. So with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare? Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. These are the rounds you love to see, some big names to choose from here. Now, I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
Ezekiel Elliott. We won't switch Ezekiel Elliott out.
Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group.
78, let's try to get to 80.
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Both offensive and defensive options. And I think that pick comes to
I should have taken the left guard.
You had to figure they'd lean that way if a player from that team became available.
Best shot, bro. 100%.
Options here on both sides
of
the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Can you get it, please? Where's he at? Why do you always get first thing?
Gate up in front of your door.
I bet you thought that I would lay out and die. Whoa, no.
You won't get in there. 80. Mama! I have Ezekiel Elliott as my running back and Dak Prescott as my quarterback. Huh? I don't like the Cowboys, but I just chose because those were the highest running backs and quarterbacks. They didn't have like any other higher. I'm 5% like the Cowboys. The other 95 is Denver. Not staying. Ooh, facing. I had to leave the last time because I had no choice. I got the game back about an hour later.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action.
Yeah, that's fine.
And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff.
Dak Prescott only lasts 48 hours. Oh, I just realized that.
And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Ravens. We don't get ball first. Which is sad. Now, since my last video, I've learned a whole bunch. So he has a elite running back.
Here's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And it's caught left side, Helfin. Right on. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Don't ever play
a Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
No,
and he's got room. And he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here we go. On the ground, this is Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
We're going to do the same play.
Let's go! Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Catch by Brandon Marshall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run it now with Smith.
No, bro, this guy's way better.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's a pickup of 21. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the sneak. And again. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First out my offense.
Here we go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll look to throw here. Complete. He finds Brate. And he's brought down after a good gain.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
I don't know what this is, but we'll try it. Is it pressing? Oh, wow. Okay. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down, it looks
looks like right at the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short.
No! Escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
No.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Call it a gain of 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Okay.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Next time you. Next time you can do it.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Be quiet.
Time running out here on the play clock. And look at this. It's a fake. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That's first.
And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 yards.
Yes, let's go.
As they convert on 4th and long. Offense comes
Mama
to the
just
line
got her
now,
first
1st
with
and
the
10.
punt fake.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Is it gonna like do the no huddle?
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's complete to the tight end.
No freaking way!
Will take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore
153 yards for me. Oh no, that's for him. Well, we both had Dak Prescott. Well, I hate when these people take so freaking long.
Offense heading back out onto the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
No, bro, no!
It's a loss of a yard there.
Bro, I'm telling you, this guy
down.
has freaking great tackling.
Two minutes to go here in the 1st half.
Oh, I'll get the ball
More
back
from
anyway.
Minneapolis after this. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Marshall will be the lone receiver right. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might be big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
I don't know what
The
he's going
offense
to do.
is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
I have a feeling he's just going to make it, though.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Back to throw.
Ooh, yes!
Boy, a curious
Yes!
decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field
Let's
position.
go.
Now
I'll
this
take
Broncos
it.
offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And
Oh,
last
and
time
we're
the
already
turnover on the
on.
fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part
I
of
don't
what was
even know what
frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll set up to throw. And Helfet has it on the right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Back to throw. And it's caught, left side, Helfet. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down carry by Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Bro, there's no
That's intercepted.
way,
The
bro.
Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect
go run
sense.
for it, just go
Run
run
it and
for
get
it.
out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing
Watch him just
may have
score.
forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
I hate jinxing it, though.
Here's Prescott.
Right there! Oh,
Incomplete.
yes!
Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd
That
down.
was close. That was
After all the
close.
preparation, all the practice, a
He's
play
gonna
like
pass
that will
it.
actually
There's
break your
no
heart.
way.
They had everything they wanted, just
He's gonna
unable to
make it.
complete it in the end zone. A big-time drop.
I don't really try on these. Because, like, I
And
know a lot
Scobie's
of
kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0.
If I score in 1
So they
second,
get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And let's score
They're
this
down
time.
here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half
What?
and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out here in the eye. Now Prescott.
Bro, there's no screwing way! Bro!
It's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half.
I'm out. I'm just going to quit, bro.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the carry.
3 tight ends. Thank
And
you.
he'll push his way out to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
No, zero.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
He's going to score, bro. This is what I hate.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh,
incomplete.
gee.
Nearly the pick they needed.
Come on.
They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find.
I don't know what I just did.
Giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can
got
run,
4 yards,
not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
No more. Screw that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, there's no stinking way.
Good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now Baltimore gets
We're just
set
gonna
to
go
take the
0,
field.
and then he's just
And
gonna
they're
stay
coming
at
off a
9 the
3 and
whole
out, my
freaking
friend.
game. That's what it's
I
gonna
think
be
they gotta
like.
look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for their fullback.
That's
It's a
2 yards.
4-yard
That's
pickup
2
there, and it
yards.
leaves them with
4.
3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone.
I'm done, bro.
It's a more touchdown.
Done. Y'all see it on the screen too. I don't care. I don't care if I quit. I don't give a crap.